For the students from Nashville's W.O. Smith School of Music, their trip of a lifetime to the nation's capital began with one very long overnight bus trip. 7 p.m., Nashville, Tennessee. 45 students from Music City's W.O. Smith School of Music prepared to embark on a momentous journey to our nation's capital.
You sound like you're a little excited.
Yes, a lot, not a little.
It was always the dream of mine to go to the White House. To even go to Washington, D.C. is like amazing.
This is something you got to do once in a lifetime, go to Washington, D.C. So I'm just going to look back with my kids and be like, that's your dad in D.C.
14 sleepless hours later, the bus pulled into a Cracker Barrel just outside of D.C.
Food!
Refueled and somewhat refreshed, the kids boarded the bus once again for the home stretch into Washington. Welcome to D.C. Yay! Washington, D.C. is more than just a collection of historic landmarks. It's a living and breathing reflection of America itself, where the future of our country is decided every day.
Welcome to the U.S. Capitol here. This is one of the greatest and most historic buildings in the world.
For these wide-eyed middle and high school students, the trip to Washington was the experience of their lives.
I never thought I'd ever get to come to the Capitol, let alone go to the White House. Everything here is just amazing. It has so much history behind it.
It's something on a page, and then all of a sudden they're standing in front of the Capitol and they're taking pictures. And it's not just because it's pretty and beautiful, which it is, but I think they start to finally understand they're sitting and standing in that place that they read about in their books. And when you do something tangible like that, I think it just makes it incredibly impactful. And so I think that's the best part of this.
The students were chosen as part of a national contingent of young musicians participating in First Lady Michelle Obama's initiative to celebrate the art of music.
Arts are really an expression of the human soul. They lift us up when we're down. They inspire us to be the best that we can be. So we need more arts education, and we need to bring out those inherent God-given talents that people have.
Artistic expression is the key mission statement for the W.O. Smith School of Music.
The W.O. Smith Music School is a magical place where children who would normally not get music lessons have incredible people within the community come and volunteer to teach them how to make the wonders of music. I think they really understand they're representing their school and their city. And so every time they go out somewhere, they're so proud to talk to the people they see here to say, you know, we're from Nashville, we're going to the White House, isn't that cool? And how great it is to be here and representing Nashville and getting to be in some place that most Americans don't get to go into anymore.
Along with a tour of our capital's landmarks, the students were also privileged with an invitation to the first family's home, the White House, where they got a tour of some of the more colorful rooms of the East Wing, including the Green Room, which had been transformed into a makeshift audio booth for that evening's performance. Inside the formal dining room of the White House, 125 kids from around the country participated in the second of a series of educational programs produced by the First Lady. The first focused on jazz. The next was all about country.
I just love it that they're recognizing country music here. I think everybody thought with this administration that I think he had talked about jazz and a lot of music that he liked, but I'd never heard him mention country. So everybody thought when he was elected, well, there goes our shot at playing there for a while. And here they go, lo and behold, within the first year, asking a couple of us to come play and show what we do. That's great. I'm really, really floored and flattered.
During the intimate afternoon of acoustic performances and question and answer sessions.
I was wondering if you ever tried or wanted to play another instrument.
A few years ago, I started taking piano because I'd sit it there and I'd say, oh my gosh, it makes you sing different. When you play the piano, you sing different.
It was sometimes hard to figure out who enjoyed the program more, the students or the keynote speakers, Brad Paisley and Allison Krauss.
I've been here as a guest a few times with some events that we did, and for the Kennedy Center and Ford's Theater and some of the things that we played for, but I've never, picked up a guitar in there, let alone one of mine, and here we go.
So hush up, little baby, you know not what you'll do. You'll bring the world peace and love and teach them while you do.
Following the performance of a song he wrote when he was just 12 years old, Brad shared the first big lesson he learned when it comes to songwriting.
I will say that, as a side note, that I did something that's a no-no because I didn't know any better. I rhymed do with do, and the chorus. And I since then learned that you're not supposed to do that. Although Alan Jackson does it all the time, and nobody says anything.
You spent the afternoon talking to a bunch of kids. It's not the first time you've done that, but doing it in the White House and seeing the eyes light up in the kids' faces. They're surrounded by history. They're being inspired by heroes like yourself. What was going through your mind during that session?
I thought, oh, you know, I knew that they were all musicians, you know, that were there. And that's exciting. I remember, you know, being that age and playing music and how much fun it was, and I looked forward to the weekends and thought about the weekends during the week and, you know, to go play, and that those people are kind of in that same space I was in at that age, and that's a magical time. I don't know about tomorrow.
It was not the first trip to the White House for either star, but sharing the day with kids who represent both the future of music and our country made this visit stand out above the rest.
I love that you're in the White House and you're looking at the next generation, you know.
Well, what's the next words? Hold on, I forget that now. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Look at this.
So what's the one piece of advice you wanted to share?
With you? With you, it would be go back to the casual look, because right now you
look like a...
Yeah, you look like a penguin. Little kid in the sandlot hitting a home run is just as big a thrill as it is for Babe Ruth. And that no matter how far you go with music, playing for a club full of people or an arena full of people, it's no different when you really nail it.
It is the same thrill whether you're playing in a club for a bunch of people in a band or performing at a gig in a packed stadium. It's all about that, looking in the eyes of those people out there that came to hear you play and to enjoy every minute of it. And I think at your age, as you go into this, it's a neat place to be where the future is ahead of you.
I'd say enjoy what your voice sounds like. Just, you know, when it comes out. A question at the end where they asked, and I know that, you know, it takes a long time. You're always wanting to be, or you always look to somebody else who is better, and you want to be somebody else. And oh, that person, if I sang like that, I would be, you know, I would be good if I sang like that, or if I played like that. And you know, you have to get to a point where you can stand what you're doing, or just accept it. And that's when I think you really turn into who you're supposed to be. And I've spent so many years thinking, oh, well, if we record later, I'll be different by the time we record, or if I sing it 50 more times, I'll be a better singer at the end of the 50 more times. And I've tried to, in the last 5 years, just go, this is what I sound like, and I'm going to have a great time with this piece of music.
Aren't we lucky to get to hear from these folks today?
It was neat to be here, and not just here just to play selfishly, but to pass a few things on. And
I will remember this forever.
Who holds my hand?
Still to come, more music from Alison Krauss, Brad Paisley, and Charlie Pride.
I know a way to make you smile.